Good morning. Thank you very much for coming. And then now we are late. I'm sorry. Today is Ohigan. Ohigan is equinox day. Around September 23rd, 21, 23rd is the day we call equinox. And the equinox is a day, the length of day and night is about equal. So sun rises about east, and then sun sets in the west. And because Buddhism focus on the middle way or middle path, the length of day and night equal is about we call it middle way, middle path. So that's why this day is set as a very important day to practice. And recently, there was a big news that a young man from California jumped off the Wildwood Falls. Very interesting event because got very angry about the guy jumped off the falls. And Hawaii people are very calm and kindness. However, I saw all the comments of the YouTube videos that the guy jumped off the Wildwood Falls. Very strict was young man, and it may be he is a scapegoat. No matter how good organization, we sometimes have a scapegoat, the goat that is sacrifice. And Aloha, we say good balance. People are very kind. However, no matter how good organizations, a good country, we sometimes have that scapegoat. And because everybody has both positive energy, negative energy, good side, and bad side. By doing both sides, we have a balance. However, if only good people get together, there is no way that the negative power go. Where the negative power go? We sometimes get together. Negative, no way to the negative power go out. So sometimes when outsider comes and doing bad thing, organizations are good people, very attack that person. That I felt like the guy jumped off the cliff. And recently I knew that the lightning happens. That is plus energy and minus energy. Actually, electricity has both plus and minus, right? And by having plus and minus, we have a balance. However, lightning, when the balance is off, the plus energy, minus energy is actually released. Then the lightning is happening. So if we have a harmony, then that balance means that we have both good side and bad side. But if we lose the balance of good and bad, then something terrible is happening. Anyway, I recently attended the laypersons convention in Maui. And that was a very interesting workshop. And Dr. Hirokawa, Randy Hirokawa, he's from Hanapepe, but he is a doctor, the professor at Hiro. And he came to have a lecture. And that was a very interesting workshop about the group. And the group nowadays is very important. He taught us that 11 million group meeting is held every day in the world. So most of the decision, even though the big company, the small company, small organization, big organization, almost all the decision made by the group. We have a good result or bad result is that depends on the group discussion, the group meeting. How the group make decision is very important. And he pointed out four major things, the four major processes that the group make a bad decision. Why the group make a bad decision, and how we can cooperate with a bad decision. And he pointed out that one of the very reasons that the group make a bad decision is because we don't know the problem. We don't know the problem. And if we know the problem, we know how to fix it. Because group don't understand, the group doesn't understand what is the problem. That is a big problem. So the first step is that we understand what is the problem of the group. So that is one. And the next step is that to set a goal. Where are we going? Where we are going? What is the goal? The group. So without having a goal or without having a going, which actually, no matter how we work hard, because the direction is different, our efforts may be in vain. So the importance of setting a goal, setting a direction, what kind of organization we want to be, what kind of tempo we are going to have is very important. So first, to understand what is the problem. Number two is to set a goal. What is the direction? What is the goal of this tempo? Answer three is that full range of options. Means that we, as a group, make various opinions and suggestions or thoughts. We get like brainstorming, have more options. The more options we have, we can evaluation. So the number four is Dr. Hirokawa pointed out that the evaluation of both positive side and negative side. And when we have a group that we sometimes who make negative opinion, we tend to ignore or a person who says a negative one, but actually to see both positive and negative side are equally very important as an organization. And after hearing this, the discussion about how the group discussion important is, I thought because there are two reasons that one reason that why group is so important is because we have more and more knowledges. Today, we have more knowledges and more books are published. So in the old days, one man, one very smart man knows pretty much about the world. However, because of the increasing knowledges, one man's limitation is very limited. So what one man knows is very limited as compared to the huge volume of the knowledge. So that's why the group is very important. And the group means that we can have more varieties of the opinions. One man has a limitation, but if the group get together and we can have more varieties of opinions, and many opinions come from the group. So that's why the group is more and more important. And this approach, what is the problem? And then to have a goal, to set a goal, is actually the approach is like same to the Buddhism. Buddhism see there is an example that what is Buddhism? What is Buddhism? And then Buddhism is sometimes explained as Buddhism is a medicine to give to the different sickness, different diseases. What is Buddhism? Buddhism is like a medicine to give to the different medicine. So this is the Buddhism in Japanese is depending on what is a disease. What is a disease? We first know what is a disease, and then understand this disease has this medicine. Disease is good for that medicine. So depending on the medicine, we provide the teaching. Depending on the personality and characteristics of the person, we give the teaching. The Buddhism is what is Buddhism like. So Buddhism see that the very basic understanding of Buddhism is that life is suffering. Life is suffering. And this is the very important start point. Because without thinking life is suffering, we don't have any problem. Because life is suffering, we have something to do. We need something to do. And if we think life is pleasure, okay, every time life is very good, we can enjoy, then there is no problem. So that means that we don't understand the problem. However, life, if we see life is problem, we need to deal with the life. We need to see the life. What is life? Cause of suffering. What is, so the first step, what is the problem of the group is like, what is the problem of the life? So Buddhism the Buddha found that to be born, the fact we are born, and the fact we get old, the fact we get sickness, and the fact we die. So the four great sufferings Buddha found. And because we found the problem, we can see what is the solution, what we should do the next. And Buddha found that we found the problem. What is the problem? So he found the four great sufferings. And then next step is that why suffering? Why suffering happen? So the reason why suffering happen is because we have desire. We have desire. So this desire, I want to do this, but I cannot do this. I want to live longer, but I cannot live longer. I want to be healthy, but I cannot be. Because we found the reason, then we have next, what is the source of the suffering? So the step is like the very source of the, well, first we see the problem, then next step is what is the source of the problem? What is the cause of the problem? Is that in order to get rid of, in order to escape from suffering, what we should do? What we should do is the next step is a way, the way that we can escape. And by having the way, by practicing the way, we have the goal to achieve the enlightenment. So the group discussion sounded like for me that the way of Buddhism, the source of suffering. What is first life is suffering? Source, what is the reason? What is the cause of the suffering? And there is a way to escape from the suffering. And by practicing the way, we can reach the enlightenment is like the goal that we need to set. Traditionally, this the 6 practices are very emphasized. First, the offering, the selfless giving, offering of that we call dana. And second practice is that by having sila is like a precept or rule. It's like a self-control that in order to control myself. The rule that I control myself. That is very important. The sila is usually translated as good rule or discipline or precept. And number 3 is like being what you call the patience, perseverance. That we have to be patient. Number 3 practice patient. And number 4 practice is like kshanti, is like make efforts, making efforts. The practice to make efforts. And number 5 practice is called jena. Jena is like Zen. Zen is a meditation, be mindfulness. So number 5 practice, and number 6 practice is prajna, is a wisdom. So the dana, selfless giving, sila, having precept, and number 3 is patience, perseverance, and number 4 making efforts, and number 5 meditation or mindfulness, and number 6 is prajna, is a wisdom. So this is the 6 practice we call paramita. Paramita is a perfection, the 6 perfection of wisdom. And by having the prajna and the paramita, we reach the other shore. And the Chinese people translated paramita like to reach the other shore. The is like the perfect wisdom. The perfect wisdom or perfection, 6 perfection is translated as like to reach the other shore. To reach the other shore in Japanese, Higan. And how we get to the other shore, that's 6 practice important. But this Jodo denomination or Honganji Jodo Shinshu, we have 36 temples in state of Hawaii, and Jodo-shu, we have about 13 temples, and Higashi Honganji also has about 10 Buddhist temples in Hawaii. And there we call, the name is Jodo. Name of the organization is Jodo Mission. And Honganji, the formal name is Jodo Shinshu Honganji. So the same Jodo is used. And also the Higashi Honganji, formal name is Jodo Shinshu Otaniha. So that our sect is that great purpose. What is the goal? Is to go to Jodo. Go to Jodo. Jodo means Amida Buddha land. So goal, what is the goal is actually very important in our life. What kind of life we want to spend, and what kind of after this we want to be reborn, or we want to go. Do we go to heaven or do we go to Jodo? Is all up to us, and we can have a choice. We have a choice. We have a right to go to select and to go. And so Jodo Shu, the teaching of Jodo is to go to Jodo. Is a very, very practice, a very, very goal. And even the Jodo Shinshu, Honganji-ha, is also to go to Jodo is goal. So how we can go to the Jodo is very easy, very simple. Just believe that we go to Jodo after that. That's it, actually. Because Amida Buddha is the one that who welcomes the people. Those who are suffering, those who are poverty, please come. I accept. Please come. You are in suffering, right? So please come to my land. I made a land for you. So that is a Buddha, Amida Buddha. So this is a very rare Buddha that who accept everybody. So there is no status, high or low, but he said, everybody, please come. In order for you to come, I made a land. I made a Buddha land after death. So actually welcome us. So that's why what we need is that, oh, Buddha, thank you, Buddha. I go your land. I go your land. I go to your land. Thank you, Buddha. I go to your land. That is Namu Amida. Namu Amida is a word that Amida Buddha name. I take refuge in Amida Buddha. I take refuge in Amida Buddha. So what is the goal is very important. And of course, in the young time when we were young, we don't need to think about death, right? But as I get older and older, more and more very important, what happened after this? So the goal to go to Jodo is very important, getting very important. We have many teachings and many practices, but this Jodo denomination and Jodo Shinshu Honganji denomination, to go to Jodo is utmost important. And the teaching is to show us that we go to the Jodo. So, thank you. So, supposed to be very simple. Simple teaching and simple practice. But why the reason that mean sometimes explanation is sometimes difficult, but actually there is nothing difficult. Just believe that we go to Jodo is very important. So thank you very much. Any question? So I think the Dr. Hirokawa lecture was very interesting that I want to write and share, and maybe in the future that I want to invite him to be a speaker. Very, very good. Usually the professor are not so interesting. Speak very difficult, stories and then lectures but he was a very good speaker, very good speaker. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Okay, so page 12. Oh, by the way, I forgot about the mention that there are many ants around in Hawaii, right? Many ants. And we always see ants are working so hard around the food. However, interesting fact about ants is like 70% of the ants walking around is they are just walking around. They don't work. They look like very working hard. However, only 30% of the ants working hard to get food. That's interesting. And then within the only 30% of the hard work of ants get together and then do the another job, put. Then out of 30% hard worker, 70% lazy. Walking around and then again 30% hard worker. So there are roles that some are very, very working hard, some are lazy, and actually as a whole, looking at the whole entire work. So we should not blame, oh, you are lazy, but actually as a harmony of the group, sometimes we need lazy person. We need sometimes bakatare who jumped off the wild animal. Sometimes bakatare. Otherwise, we cannot get out of the stress. Oh, you are bakatare. you stupid. Sometimes we need to say that. So the society that working ants, very lazy ants, even though only hard workers, we get together the ants, but 70% become lazy. I thought a very interesting fact, and so the thinking about the group, the whole picture of the group, we should not criticize, oh, you lazy, you bakatare, but we need bakatare actually, I think, sometimes. Yeah, so thank you very much. bakatare, bakatare of the society, sometimes we need. Yeah? English. I aspire for my body to be as pure as an incense burner. I aspire for my mind to be like the light of wisdom. With every thought, I burn this incense of discipline and meditation. To dedicate myself to the past, present, and future Buddhas of the 10 directions. Sambo.
Buddhists who eternally dwell in the lands of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Dharma, the teachings which eternally exist in the lands of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Sangha, the community which eternally exists in the lands of the 10 directions. We reverently call upon Amida Buddha, the world honored one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon Shakyamuni Tathagata, the enlightened one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon the Tathagatas of the 10 directions to enter this sacred place. Sunday. The harmful actions I have done in the past are all derived from my inherent greed, anger, and delusion, born from my conduct, words, and thoughts. I now repent them all. 10年。ナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナ The unsurpassed, profound, and wondrous Dharma, even after 100,000 million eons, is difficult to encounter. We now here receive and uphold it. May we understand the true message of the Tathagata. Shiseigen, page 18. 領寿教師宣言が門長宣願 Page 18. I have established the unsurpassed vows and shall without doubt, which is ultimate pass. If these vows are not fulfilled, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. Should I for countless aeons not become a great benefactor and relieve all those in poverty and suffering, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. When I reach the path of the Buddha, my name shall resound beyond the 10 directions. Should there be a place in which it cannot be heard, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. Abandoning desire with profound life mindfulness and pure wisdom, I shall cultivate pure practice. I shall intently pursue the ultimate path to become a teacher of all celestial and human beings. Divine power radiates forth a great light that completely illuminates the limitlessness, illuminate the darkness of the three departments to lead all beings out of suffering. Opening their eyes of wisdom to extinguish the darkness of ignorance and obstructing the harmful path to provide passage to the gate of fortunate destiny. Fully endowed with all the virtues, the Buddha's majestic radiance shall shine brightly in the 10 directions, outshining the sun and the moon and eclipsing the brilliance of the heavens. For the sake of all beings, a Buddha opens the Dharma storehouse and widely shares its treasures of virtue. Among all who have gathered, a Buddha always expounds the Dharma like a lion's roar, making offerings to all the Buddhas and becoming endowed with all roots of virtue. With a vow and wisdom perfected, a Buddha becomes the hero of the three lands. Like the unimpeded wisdom of a Buddha that reaches and shines upon all, I vow that the power of my virtue and wisdom will be equal to yours, most venerable one. If these vows are realized, may the whole universe tremble with joy, and from the sky all the celestial beings will rain down rare and wondrous flowers. 혼세예 이다 혼세간 English. Amida Buddha's original vows are the essential gate to the ultimate bliss. May this merit be transferred equally to enable us to immediately attain birth in the pure. 10年 나무 아미 나무 나무 아미 나무 나무 아미 나무 나무 아미 나무 아미 나무 나무 아미 나무 나무 아미 나무 아미 나무 아미 나무 주나무 아미 나무. Page 24. 쇼야크모. 오묘 행조 지포 세가이네 무슈요 세슈쿠샤. The infinite light of Amida Buddha illuminates the 10 directions of the world, and all who call upon his name shall be received and never abandoned. 62, 62ページ。Next, echo. I revere the King of the great compassionate vows, Amida Buddha, the dispatcher and founder of the teaching Shakyamuni Buddha, all the Buddhas as many other sons of the Ganges in the six directions, Kannon, Seishi, all the great Bodhisattvas, the world assemblies of ultimate bliss, the beings of pure and great oceans, and the three treasures and the great compassion. May there be harmony below the heavens with the sun and the moon shining brightly. May the wind and rain be timely and disasters and calamities not arise. May nations be bountiful, people safe, and armies and weapons not be used. Let us revere virtue and humility and cultivate respect and humility. Our High Patriarch Komyo, the Great Master Shantao, the founder, the Great Master Enko, Tozen, Ejo, Okaku, Jikyo, Bisho, Majun, Honen Shoni, National Teacher, Daisho Shoju, Shoko Shoni, the Third Patriarch, the Recording and Meditation Master, Kishu Ryochu Shoni, transmitting the Pure Land of the three countries and all the great patriarchs by realizing the compassionate blessings. Of our temple, Reverend Jitsujo Uroyama, Reverend Kenjo Ito, Reverend Genjis Harada, Reverend Shodan Kato, Yamaguchi, Reverend Shuzui Hino, Reverend Yonshun Hayashi, Reverend Kenjo Urakami, and the restorer and all the priests who serve this temple with a Higan practice will achieve perfect enlightenment. My prayers to my teachers and ministers, to my father and mother, to all the temple members, donors, and all living beings with whom I have karmic connections. May all those who are living experience joy, prosperity, and longevity without limit. May those who have died escape from suffering and transcend to be born into the pure. We pray for the peace and stability of our temple and for complete affinity with the past. May we be completely free of hindrances and cultivate our practice of the Buddhist path. Since the founding of this temple, to all the members, the daily and monthly memorial tablets, the recently deceased, those in the intermediate stage of existence, and to all the spirits. May we cultivate virtues so that they may be enlightened. We now hear on with the virtues accumulated from this place of practice to transfer our merit to our beloved ones for their happiness and achievement of enlightenment. Page 26, 26, Soe Kobe. English. We aspire for these merits and virtues to be equally bestowed upon all, and may we together develop the aspiration for enlightenment to achieve birth in the pure land of peace and bliss. June. Namu Ami Namu Namu Ami Namu Namu Ami Namu Namu Ami Namu Ami Namu 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 Ami Namu Ami Namu Ami Namu Tu Namu Ami Namu. 소감이 주조무 English. However, innumerable sentient beings are, I honestly vow to enlighten them all. However, inexhaustible delusions are, I honestly vow to extinguish them all. However, immeasurable the Buddha's teachings are, I honestly vow to comprehend them all. However, incomparable enlightenment is, I honestly vow to attain it by all means. I sincerely wish to share the blessing with all beings. Together we are born into the pure land of ultimate bliss to achieve the way of the Buddha. Sanshōrai. May we now call upon all the Buddhas to return to their lands. We offer incense and flowers in appreciation to Zenzen. We ask for your compassionate guidance and protection. May those who have gone before us to encourage us to attain birth in the plan. Junim. Thank you very much. This concludes the service. Please join in the refreshment.
This is group chat is